morning, children. Today we are going to discuss lesson number 12, DNS components. Okay, in lesson number 12 we are going to deal about 12.5, which is DNS components, and this DNS component is a very important question. And you have three important components in the domain name system. So earlier we were discussing about what do you mean by domain, what is an IP address, how domain names are mapped with the IP address, and then we were dealing about IPv4 and v6 address. Okay, then the types of URL address. You have absolute URL address and you have relative URL address. Absolute URL address is nothing but the full URL address starting from http://www.google.com. So full URL address is called as absolute URL, and partial URL address, for example, directly we will type in google.com, that's all. So that is partial URL address, which is called as relative URL address. Okay, then the next one is DNS components. Today we will discuss, and in that components we will see namespace, name server, zone. So today we will discuss about namespace alone, and in the next class and in the following class we will discuss the name server and zone. Okay, so first we will see what is a namespace. So namespace is nothing but it tells how to keep a domain name. Okay, so it has several rules to be followed. So how a domain name should be, so what are the levels of domains, so like that you have several rules in it. So basically speaking, what is a namespace is, all the websites will be stored in internet in the form of tree-like structures, and those names will be stored in the server. Okay, so for example, here you can see the domain names must be very unique and appropriate. The name should be selected from a namespace. Okay, so for example, C program files Internet Explorer is the namespace that describes where the Internet Explorer files on a Windows computer. So this Internet Explorer application is inside program files, and this program file is inside C drive. Alright, so this is how. So this is an example for tree-like structure. So this inside C you will have program files, and inside program files you will have Internet Explorer. Okay, so always you should read the level from last to the root file. So this is the root file. So we will discuss what is root file, what is level 1, what is level 2, like that. Okay, so basically this is how a domain name will be. Namespace is nothing but it is the name, or it is how it tells how to keep a domain name and what are the rules we should follow, like that it will be discussed. So the namespace can be organized in two ways. One is flat namespace and second one is hierarchical namespace. Now we'll see what is flat namespace. So flat namespace is where the name is assigned to the IP address. They do not have any specific structure. In this flat namespace, some meaningful names are given to the IP address for accessing. The major disadvantage of flat namespace is that they can't be used in large system. Okay, so this flat namespace cannot be used in large systems, because they need to be accessed and controlled centrally to avoid ambiguity and redundancy. So the meaning of ambiguity is unclear. Okay, so but it is difficult in flat name system. To avoid this major disadvantage, hierarchical namespace is used. So hierarchical namespace is, it will be arranged in a tree-like structure. Hierarchical, it means you have several levels inside it. Okay, So hierarchical namespace is where the name is made up of several parts. The first part may represent the nature of organization, and nowadays all the domain names which we are making use of it is fully of hierarchical namespace method. Okay, so you will have the nature of organization, and in the domain name you will have the second part as the name of the organization, and the third part may be the department of organization, and so on. In this way, the power to control the namespace can be decentralized. So to achieve hierarchical namespace, domain namespace was designed. So this is a one mark question, you mark it. To achieve hierarchical namespace, domain namespace was designed. So now what is domain namespace? In this, the names are represented as a tree-like structure with the root element on the top, and this tree can have a maximum of 128 levels, starting from root element taking the level 0 to level 127. Okay, so if you see in your textbook in page number 174, or if you see the diagram which is given next to the domain namespace paragraph, you can clearly understand what is a root node or what is a root level, and how the levels has been or how the child has been derived from the parent node. Like that you can come to a clear idea. See here, and this is your diagram which will be given there in your textbook. So this will be your root level. So always the domain name space starts from level 0 and it goes on up to level 127. Okay, so here this is root level 0, and this level is level 1, and this is level 2, this is level 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that you can go on adding your child node from the parent node. So if this is a child node, and for this child node this is the parent node. Okay, so this will act as a child node for this parent node. Okay, so this is called as hierarchy. Okay, and always hierarchy will follow a tree like structure. Okay children, so always it follows a tree like structure. So the following image represents the domain namespace where the root element is present at the topmost level, that is level 0, and the root element always represent the null string. Okay, so always the root will have the value as 0, and the next level of the root element is called as a node. Okay, so here if you can see, this is level 0. So level 0, and it will have the null value, and here starts level 1, and all these are called as nodes. All these are called as nodes. So each node in the tree has a label and a domain name. So in the tree, all the nodes will have a label and a domain name. So we'll see what is label and what is a domain name. Okay, so first we'll see about label. So label is a string which can have maximum of 63 characters. Each node in that level should have different labels, thereby assuring the individuality of the domain name. In other words, labels are the names given to the domain. Okay, see for example, if this is a domain for edu, if this is a domain, the name which is given for the domain is called as a label. Okay, so here it is said as edu, and remember that always a domain name will end with a full stop. Okay, so the name which is given to the domain name is called as label. And then a domain is a subtree in domain name space tree structure. The domain can be further into divided into subdomains. Okay, now this domain can be subdivided into another subdomain. So like that, a domain can have many subdomains. So as you can see here, this diagram, which is domain name and label, it's clearly depicted the domain name as well as the name which is given for the domain name is called as the label. Okay. Then the previous diagram explains the domain name and the label clearly. So here the challenger.atc.fhda.edu is the domain name, which is obtained by reading the labels from bottom to top approach, separating each label by dot. Okay. See here what they are telling is, so this is the last domain, which is challenger is the last domain. Okay. So if I want to achieve this challenger domain, I should go, or I should fetch where this challenger domain is coming from. So actually it is coming from ATC domain, and this ATC is inside FHDA, and this FHDA is inside EDU, and this EDU will be in a root node, will be in a root. Okay. So from bottom to top approach, you have to read the domain names. Okay. So that is why in the starting itself I said my Internet Explorer is inside program files, and that program file is inside my C drive or inside the C colon. Okay. Then now what is a domain name? It is a sequence of labels. In domain name, the sequence of labels are separated by dot. So the domain name is always read from lower level to the higher level, that is from the leaf node to the root node. Since the root node always represent null string, all the domain name ending with dot. Okay, as I said earlier, your root node will be 0, which is a null string. Okay, from level 1 the nodes starts, and also the domain name starts. So this is a 3-mark question. So rules of domain names, which is a 3-mark question. So how a domain name should be? A domain name can consist of alphabets, small letter A through Z, and digits starting from 0 through 9, and hyphens are allowed, but hyphens cannot be used as a first character of a domain name. You can include hyphen name, but hyphen name should not be at the starting of your domain name, and spaces are not allowed in between domain names. For example, if this is a domain name, case hyphen sensitive, if this is a domain name, you can have hyphen in between, but not hyphen in front or at the starting of your domain name. And then case space sensitive. Okay, so in between domain names you should not have even space bar, so that is not allowed. And then special symbols such as exclamation mark, dollar, ampersand and so on are not permitted in domain name. And domain name have the minimum length of 2 and maximum length of 63 characters. The entire name must be at most 253 characters long. Okay, so the domain name can have a minimum character length of 2 and a maximum of 63, and the entire domain name, so that is we were discussing about the levels, right? So it can have up to 253 characters long. Okay, see, for example, we were coming across the diagram. Let us consider this. So we were coming across this challenger domain name from ATC, and this was from FHDA node, and this was from EDU node. Okay, so overall this can be up to a length of 200 and it can be up to a length of 253 characters. So that is what they are trying to tell. So the domain names are not case sensitive. Okay, so you may have uppercase, lowercase, or even you can mix both uppercases and lower cases while naming a domain name. Okay, so the next thing is you have certain things to be noted. So you have top level domain names, then you have country level domain names you have, and then you have, so these two things are very important in domain names. Okay, so the first one is what is top level domain name. Okay, so the top level domain is the last part of the domain name. Generic top level domains are used for generic purpose and maintained by IANA. Okay, so this is a one mark question, you can note it. What is IANA? Okay, so this generic top level domain names, if you can see in any websites, you can see the ending with .com or .edu or .gov, .org, like that. So these are called as top level domain names. So whereas com refers to commercial organization, edu is for education institution, MIL is for military groups, ORG is for non-profit organization, and like that. So these are some of the top level domain names. And the next country level domain name is nothing but it ends with IN, US, FR, UK, CA, like that. For example, google.in. So IN is nothing but it is for India. Google.us is nothing but it is for United States. So like that you have even country level domain names. Okay, so here your name space ends, and in the next class we will discuss name servers, zone, and resolver, and how does a DNS work. So that is a very simple question, but it is a very very important 5 mark question. How does a DNS work? How a domain name system work, or how your domain name service provides you the service from the server to your host computer. Thank you, children.